If that is the case, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us from your hand, O King. But if not, let it be known to you, O King, that we do not serve your gods, nor will we worship the gold image which you have set up. This moment is about pressure, real pressure. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego are standing before King Nebuchadnezzar. The command has gone out. Bow to the image or be thrown into the furnace. No middle ground, no quiet compromise. Public obedience to a false god or public consequence. And their response is direct. Our God is able to deliver us. They start with confidence in God's power. There's no hesitation there. They don't question whether God can save them. They know He can. But then comes the line that makes this passage stand out. But if not, that's where this goes deeper than just belief in miracles. They're saying, even if God does not deliver us the way we expect, we are still not bowing. This is faith that is not conditional on outcome. Think about riding a bicycle into a strong headwind. You're pushing forward, and every instinct says it would be easier just to turn around and go with the flow of the wind. The resistance is constant. It would be simple just to give in and let the pressure decide your direction. Isn't that the way of the world? But choosing to keep pedaling into that wind, that's commitment. Not because it's easy, but because you've already decided which way you're going. And that's what's happening here. The furnace is the pressure. The command to bow is the easy way out. And their response is, we're not changing direction, regardless of what happens next. This kind of faith is grounded in who God is, not just what He does in a specific moment. They trust His ability, but they also submit to His will. That combination matters. For believers, this passage speaks clearly. First, faith recognizes that God is able. There is nothing beyond His power. That confidence is foundational. Second, true faith is not dependent on a guaranteed outcome. It doesn't say, I will trust God if He delivers me the way I want. It says, I will trust God even if the situation doesn't turn out the way I want and I had hoped to. And third, obedience is not negotiable. These men had already decided who they would serve before the pressure showed up. That decision made their response clear when the moment came. Because pressure doesn't create conviction, it reveals it. So I believe the application is straightforward on this one. Decide now who you serve. Not in the middle of the furnace, not when the pressure is at its highest. Decide ahead of time. Anchor yourself in God's truth before the moment of testing arrives. Because when the heat turns up, you won't rise to the occasion. You'll fall back on what you've already settled in your heart. And this passage shows what that looks like. God is able, but even if not, we will not bow. Amen? I think this one's a strong, important one for the times that we're living in of constant pressure. And as we make it through this week, let's keep this in mind. God is able, but even if not, we will not bow. Until next time, Abba willing. Shalom, shalom.